Yo, yo, yo. I'm here. I'm signing in on y'all. Been a minute since I tuned in with you guys, but you know, I was actually thinking and um thinking about these podcasts.
But nigga, at some point, if you think that your platform is gonna be a platform they got to come diss my neighborhood, then you gonna find out what it is.
But no jumper is not my platform, it's Alan's platform, right? And the show itself.
Like on Paul. Hey, listen.
Hold on. What's up?
Podcast and talk shit to me like this when you're obviously not going to do shit. Yeah.
Listen,
You're gonna have to leave if you want to keep talking shit because nobody is interested in hearing you talk shit like that.
you want a motherfucker to leave because he's scared.
You gotta. You want to.
Yeah. I mean, it's it's sad, man. It's sad that you guys. It's like, what do you stand for? It's like you just a baby, and you don't know no better. This is what this is like. If you let the devil bring you to a place to talk about another man, and at the end of the day, one of you gonna wind up dead. Because you saying something about another man, what you're not understanding, it's not like you just talking to that other man. What's gonna carry it on is that you saying it to the whole world. And that other man, I don't even care if y'all shake hands later on. Guess what? He still ain't gonna forget it. He still ain't finna forget it because, like I say, yeah, he might tell you, he forgot it for a few minutes. But guess what? The beef gonna continue. Because, like I say, yeah, he gonna think about, man, look how many people in the world heard him say that about me. You know? So the beef ain't never gonna end until one of y'all dead. I mean, how you guys, how do you let another man bring you onto a podcast and causing you and another man to basically get a beef with each other for life? Because once a man says something about you to the world, that's different. You gonna feel different. But yeah. I mean, it's sad, man. It's sad. I mean, it just like, you just like a little puppet. And whatever they want you to do, that's what you're doing. Don't you even stand for something, bruh? Do y'all even have any self-pride? Do you even have any dignity? What are you showing your kids? You showing your kids that you weak. If you let another man bring you on a podcast and causing you to say something about another man and get a beef, and he sit back and laugh, do you think he care about y'all killing each other? No, he getting clicks and views. That's what he want. He can care less whether y'all kill each other. At that point, it seems like somebody should wake up. I don't know how this podcast stuff goes. I mean, do they pay y'all? And if it do pay y'all, you mean tell me you that broke that you want to go basically end your life for whatever little change that he giving you? And then a lot of you get on there and you tell on yourself. And the feds see the stuff. And the feds set up a way to get you. Because you done basically sit there and told on yourself. You basically sit there and told on yourself. Because what you don't understand, the feds, they are trained. They've been to school. They've been to college. They trained to listen to what you say. to trap you later on so you don't have any defense. You feel me? You might say something blabbing off at the mouth, but you know what the Fed done? They done got 3 points that they gonna use against you when they catch you. That's how they already know. That's how they already know. That's why there's so many black people in jail today. Because they acting like a slave. You acting like a slave. You acting like a slave that they ain't never, the white man wouldn't let the black man read a book. They wouldn't let the black man learn how to read in the slave days. And by you guys getting on there, and the way you acting on there, you acting like a slave that ain't never been taught how to read. You act like a slave that ain't never been taught how not to do, how to carry yourself. The slave, that's what they did back in the day. They didn't know how to carry themselves. They didn't know how to act civilized. They didn't know nothing because the white man wouldn't let them learn nothing. Only thing the white man taught them to do is work and bow down to the white man. That's the only thing the white man taught them. So when you guys go on these podcasts, this is what you acting like. You acting like a slave that don't know no better. That you don't know no better that these podcasters getting you on here to get you to say something about another man so that you can have beef with another man until one of y'all out there in the street end up dead. Done killed each other or whatever, or in prison. But he sitting back laughing. He's sitting back laughing. He's sitting back laughing. I mean, that's sad, man. I mean, dude, I gotta say, bro, I'm cut from a different cloth. I mean, it's like, all you guys get on there, you claim you so gangster. But how you gonna be gangster and you dumb? How you gonna be gangster and you let another man tell you what to do? How you gonna be gangster when you bowing down to another man? How you gonna be gangster when you letting another man when you being a slave for another man? How you gonna be gangster? All that you doing is just talk. All you doing is barking. You ain't nothing behind it. You know why? Because you letting another man treat you like a slave. He called you on his show, on his podcast, to do what you're doing, to fight and say something about another man. And you're doing it. He calling you on his show for you to act uncivilized. Call you on his show for you to act like you never had any home training. He calling you on your show to disrespect your mama because you showing that you ain't never had no raising. If you let another man call you on a podcast and causing you to get on there and talk about another man and get beef with another man, or calling you to get on his podcast and get into a fight with another man, this is what he calling you on the podcast for. And guess what? You go tag him right along and do it. You go tag him right along and do exactly what he called you on that show to do. Podcast ain't nothing if you just talking. Podcast ain't nothing to him if y'all just gonna sit there and talk civilized. No, podcast ain't nothing. He want to get some drama going. He want to get some fights going. That's what he want. Now he can get some clicks and views. And it seems like how you people don't know this. How you don't know this? And it seems like you should see what happens to other people's podcasts. And then somebody call you on there. You should know what's going to happen. You should know what he calling you on there for. You should know what he calling you on there for you to get some beef with somebody. And like I say, this ain't no plaything. This ain't nothing to play with. Because see, once you say something about a man on there, guess what? You and that dude got beef forever now. And one of y'all gonna end up killing each other. So this, like I say, this thing is serious, man. And you guys get on there and just do what the puppet master tell you to do. I mean, you get on there, like I say, you acting like a slave that ain't got no training. You don't know no better. A slave, you take a slave, he'll do something stupid because he don't know no better. Why he don't know no better? Because he ain't never been taught no better. The white man wouldn't teach him but nothing like that. He ain't got no, he don't got no book sense. The white man wouldn't let him read. So God knows what he might do. We put a slave somewhere. So guess what? You guys get on there and look how you act. You act like you ain't never had no training. You act like your mama ain't never taught you nothing. You act like you don't got no kind of dignity, pride, self-control. You don't have none of that as a man. As a man, you should have that. But you get on there and let these podcast people causing you to act like a monkey. I mean, just look at what you showing your kids, bro. Your kids gonna see this one day. Your kids gonna see this one day. You see? I mean, it's like this. We might go away, but video ain't going nowhere. So your kids gonna see this, their kids gonna see this, and they're gonna sit and look, and they're gonna see, darn man, how my daddy, let this man make a fool out of him. You know? You think your kids gonna listen to you? How you gonna teach your kids something? One thing for sure, we have to be an example for our kids. But if you sitting out here acting like a monkey, you think your child gonna listen to you? Your child see you on here letting another man make you fight another man, and they sitting back laughing at you and getting clicks and views, playing you like a little slave. You think your kid gonna listen to you? What you gonna tell your kid gonna go in one ear and out the other? Your kid ain't finna listen to you. And that's why I say this is important. But you see, you got these podcasters, that's the only thing it is about. That podcast is only for to get you to say something about another man, or is to get you and another man to get on there and get to fighting. So they can sit back and look at them slaves, look at them dumb slaves. And they don't know no better. Look at they don't have fighting each other. And he can get clicks and views. You feel me? A lot of times you and that man ain't had no problem. No problem. And like I say, you go on there and this sucker will create a problem for you. You know, that man ain't said nothing about you, but you go on there and the podcast host, he'll tell you a lie. Well, I heard so-and-so said this about you. Now guess what you finna do? Now you finna say something about him. Guess what? Congratulations. The beef just started now. All along, dude ain't really said nothing about you. But this podcast gonna get on there and tell you a lie just to get you to say something about this person. Now next, he gonna go get the other person that you said something about and bring him on your podcast and get him to talk about you. You see what I'm saying? Now guess what? There's a beef now. Now whoever get the worst end of the stick for the jaw jabbing about each other. If one get the worst end of it, that's the one gonna try to kill the other, because he can't live in this world knowing everybody heard what you said, the other said about the other one. Like I say, man, you guys don't even value your life, bro. You don't even value your life. Because like I say, you think I want to walk around here with a beef with another man? And then he might kill me, catch me out somewhere and kill me. Do you think what in the world is it that you want to have beef so bad with another man for? But like I say, man, you guys stop being a slave. Because that's all you are. When these people call you on your podcast And this go for women too. They call you on your podcast, on that podcast. All they want is to see you fight. All they want is to see you argue. That's all they want. Because if just sitting there talking civilized, they can't get no clicks and views off of that. They want to see you fight. They want to see you basically get a beef with another man and one of y'all end up dead. That's what they want. How in the world is that you getting led to the slaughterhouse? It's like you got a chain on your neck and they leading you to the slaughterhouse to cut your head off. That's what they doing. When you go to them podcasts, you think I'm going to be on some podcast talking about another man? And guess what? Now I'm going to create a beef with this dude. So at the end of the day, now depending on what he done said about the other man, now the other man got to prove that ain't true. No, he got to see him out somewhere and he got to pull out the gun and shoot, so the word can get back. Yeah, I shot at that. I shot at him, Now this podcast can get y'all back on there again and try to make him some more money by getting you people on there to get you two to go at each other. Yeah, man. But anyway, I'm him signing out, man. It's just sad, bro.